I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a request from Lou. It's a PayPal request. Thank you so much. If anyone's interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, whether it be reviews, re-reviews, topics, reactions, reviews of movies, other stuff, just pretty much any type of videos, you just send in the request either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And you wanted me to talk about this short film that's on YouTube. It's about 28 minutes long, called Ramel Carter. Now, I don't know much about the people involved making the film, and I don't review a lot of short films. I mean, if it's a paid request, sure, but I'm willing to do that. Because with a short film, you're like, okay, you have to understand it's an independent feature and they don't have much of a budget, so, you know, maybe the acting's not going to be the greatest and it's not going to be balls to wall because there's little production value. But on the flip side, again, if people are willing to send in the request, pay for it, more than fine to do it. And you know what? Honestly, this wasn't that bad. And believe me, I've seen short films that were bad. Never Hike in the Snow. Just to start that stuff again. But this one wasn't too bad because the story was fairly straightforward. This guy named Ramel Carter, him and his buddy leaving this funeral, and this one guy comes up and goes, I want the formula. I want the shit. And the lead guy's like, nah, you ain't getting the shit. You ain't getting the formula. He goes back home, talks with his girlfriend, he leaves, the bad guy comes in, steals the girlfriend, and so now the lead guy has to go in and kick ass and figure out what the fuck happened to his girlfriend, or the love of his life. I forget if his girlfriend or his wife. And really, it's a short film for the sake of showcasing action sequences, and mostly fight scenes. I'm fine with that. I mean, yes, it's done a very low budget, but the lead guy actually wasn't that bad of an actor. I've seen much worse in actual big budget movies, sad to say. Hell, the other day I reviewed Hell's Highway, which was a fucking film that got a DVD, was on a DVD at least, from Brain Damage Films. And the acting in this short film was better than any acting in that. The lead guy did a good job. The other people didn't do bad either. And really it's a case, like I said, for fight scenes. And the fight scenes are not that bad. The lead guy's a bit of a bigger guy. But you know what? He actually moved fairly well for a bigger guy. And the choreography wasn't too bad. And again, don't expect John Wick or any of that stuff. Again, it's a low budget short film. But sad to say, the choreography in this is better than some of the stuff I've seen in Steven Seagal's direct-to-video films. And I should know because I reviewed pretty much all of them. I mean, this choreography is better than what Steven Seagal was. Well, I'm sorry, Steven Seagal's body double was doing in shit like fucking Attack Force and Today You Die and Below the Buffet, whatever the fuck other movies he did. Like, that's the thing. Okay, no disrespect to the guy in this. The lead guy's a bigger guy, just like Steven Seagal's a bigger guy. But unlike Steven Seagal, this guy's actually doing the fight scenes himself, and he's actually doing pretty good and fast, and sometimes he does these nice, like, swinging kicks and nice, like, blocks and, like, that decent side kicks. Not that bad at all, really. Now, granted, sometimes during the fight scenes, there's a couple times where they try to hit, and you see a bit too much of a gap, so that you know they're not really getting hit. Maybe if you do a little bit more with the editing, maybe cut that snips a little bit more, or maybe get some kind of pad so you can hit, but you won't hurt the person. Maybe that could be the case. The other thing, two or so times they try to do like a leg break, and it's just not really an effective move in this type of low budget production, because when a guy lifts his leg and the lead does this, you could tell that the other guy's turning so that the elbow goes into the back of your knee, and obviously the guy's turned away so that it doesn't break. It just goes down. It's like, ugh. And then it's just, you can tell there's cooperation. Like, you tell it just seems a bit awkward. And part of me's like, well, I get it's a low budget production. Just don't try to break a leg when you can't do it. There's many other things you could do. The only other little issues, maybe a bit more makeup to the face of the lead guy, because there's times where he gets hit, but there's not much bruises. Maybe a bit more bruises, like bloodied up. There's a point where he shoots a guy in the leg, but you don't really see any of the wound. Maybe if you like an up-close shot with some blood or a little bit of makeup on the wound, maybe that could help. But on the flip side, he goes back, he finds his woman's been kidnapped, and takedown, shoots the guy in the head, fights another guy in the basement, shoots his leg. I'm not going to spoil all parts of the choreography, so you can give it a watch. The link will be down below in the info box. You're trying to find the bad guy, kick some guys' asses at night. I got ahead of myself. I was going to say, he does this nice, I guess, what you call a swinging kick, where he does like a turn and then puts his to the guy. That was good. And sadly, there's more fight scenes in this than Michael Bay's Ninja Turtle films. And that's Ninja in the Towel. There's more fisticuffs in that in this 28-minute movie than those pieces of shits. It's fucking sad. Because he goes to the building and pretty much the kick a bunch of people's asses, which I'm down for. This is one like redneck lumber, almost, yeah, I guess redneck's the best way to call him. Like, I swear he said, like, come on, boy. Because the lead guy happens to be black. Which, that was a nice, change of pace. Because, other than Wesley Snipes, Michael Jai White, there's not a lot of black action heroes, to be fair. Well, I guess Black Panther and such. I only mention that because the redneck's like, I swear he said, well, you come on, boy. I was ready for the guy to say, oh, boy. Well, he ain't gonna have boys anymore, kick him in the balls or something, but you tits his sorry ass. This one guy, he takes his shirt off going, I don't want to get blood on this. And then I'm like, why is he taking his shirt off? Okay, I guess, I wonder if there's any more story to why this guy took his shirt off. I mean, he says, I don't want to get any blood on this, and then he gets his ass kicked just like that and gets his back broken. But I'm like, I wonder if the guy's like, hey, I got a good body, let me show it on camera, let me show it to the people. I just find it random, like, but maybe it's also an ode to those 80s films back in the day, times where they took their fucking shirts off too. Show their, six packs. Not six pack, but six packs. Beats some folks up, gets the girl. There's this bad guy. I like that the girl hits the bad guy in the nuts when he tries for her. Then throws the gun to the guy. I like that bit. The bit at the very end, I didn't really care for. I guess at the very end, spoiler alert, spoilers. At the end, this guy who he thought was his friend fucked him over. He has his woman though, so she's safe. But something about, oh, I manipulated you, you did what I wanted, you took care of my competition, all that shit. And the guy's like, and he looks at his lady. Then it's fade to black, and I'm going, okay, I guess they're setting up for a sequel. I don't know if you really needed that, because who knows if there's a sequel. It kind of takes away the fun of, oh wow, he beat the bad guys and got his girl. Oh, but this happens, like, oh, that kind of took the wind out of the sails, so to speak. So I don't know. I guess it's to set up some kind of sequel or something. I don't know. But overall, I mean, it was only 20 minutes long. The lead guy was actually a pretty decent actor. For a big guy, he was actually fairly solid in his martial arts. Choreography, again, it's maybe because the camera actually, or I should say the editing is not like some of those Steven Seagal bullshit, which they did those edits because it's between, it's the body double, and they gotta make the audience think that's really Steven Seagal. I'm like, no, it's not. It's his fucking body double, who is a lot thinner than Seagal himself. But about this one did not a bad job. Not a bad job at all. And believe me, even if it was a short film, I would rant on it. Like Never Hike Alone, Never Hike in the Snow. Never Hike Alone, I liked. Never Hike in the Snow, didn't. But this, like I said, not bad at all. Again, I had little issues here and there, but overall, not bad. It's worth at least one watch if you're open to, a very low budget a group of friends or a group of people. Hey, let's try to do something. Don't expect anything big, grand, glorious. I was like, okay. I'll be open to see what they do next. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.